So here at Spinal Care, when it comes to treatment, we don't do a full body routine type of treatment. It's not like we adjust both sides, left and right, upper neck, then we adjust like 5 in the mid back, and then 2 low back. It's not about the routine, it's not about how many cracks you're actually getting. Where you're actually adjusting is super important. So even, for example, you actually get a crack here or a click here, and the actual problem is actually coming from lower. If you keep adjusting this, you're never going to get the patient better. They may get temporary relief for 1 or 2 days, but then the same problem comes back again and again. You can adjust this 50 times. On this left side, right side, upper neck, but if the underlying problem is coming from C7, T1, T2, and you're not adjusting that area, that neck problem is going to keep coming back. And how we determine this is, as we talked about before, motion palpation. That's super important. If you don't palpate the area that's actually restricted, and you're just going from pain, the patient is not going to get better. The other one is x-rays. X-rays now allows us to be so specific in terms of how we actually go about adjusting. We can actually be adjusting this area, even if we don't get much movement in that area, but if it's on the right spot, even the patient doesn't feel a click, but by simply being on the right spot, it's actually going to get better results long-term than cracking up into here, where it's not needed. If you over-adjust where you're just for the sake of getting a click, you're actually adjusting compensations. And that's what we don't do here. We try to be so analytical and so precise in terms of how we adjust and where we adjust. So for example, when we look at the x-ray and when I want to look at adjusting T1 from in the chair, I need to look at exactly how is that spinous moved. Is it to the right or is it to the left? I need to also look at the lateral view. So when we come to the lateral view, I need to see, okay, has it actually misaligned back? If it hasn't misaligned back, it could be the segment above or below. So we have to be very analytical, because if you're actually adjusting the wrong segment, you're actually going to make that patient even worse long term, especially if you keep doing it again and again. Okay, so that's why when we do contacts, it's super precise. So for example, as we do a neck adjustment, so if I was going to do a neck adjustment here, so looking down, so our point of contact is so precise, it's like fingertip and has to be right on that spot. If we do a broad contact, the effectiveness of that adjustment is just less, is way less, because you're actually manipulating the joint. So we always try to be as precise as we can when we come to actually adjusting. And also we look at exactly our line of drive. Do we need to adjust it into extension? Do we adjust it straight on? Do we adjust it to the left? Like all 45 degrees. That all is dictated by what we feel when we motion palpation, and also from what we see on the x-ray.